Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I painted the Charger and she is looking good. So this car has gone through a lot of work over the last year, and it was a lot of work to get it to this stage. If you're new to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button, check out the previous videos, but what we're doing today is getting her home. So I need to throw the wheels and tires on her, throw the doors on her, throw the hood on her, throw the core support on her, and then I could load it on my trailer, take it home, throw the bumpers on it, the lights, and we can get as much as we can get assembled. So like I said in the previous video, I'm gonna be painting the hatch in probably a couple days. Then we'll bring the hatch home, throw it on the car. I also need to put the rear bumper support on and just kind of go from there. But I just love how this thing turned out. I can't wait to see the flares and everything on it. Just finished putting all the painted parts on the Charger that I had over at Josh's shop, and I must say this thing looks amazing in the sun, just way different than when it's in the shade. And the carbon fiber roof has like such a different effect to it, like just changes. It's hard to tell because it's so glossy, but when you look at it, you're gonna see how nice and blue carbon and Kevlar, and I don't know, it's just really nice. So what I'm gonna do now is actually load this thing on my trailer. So finally was able to get the Charger home, and I am so glad that she's here. And one good thing about how I did this was I painted all the parts beforehand. So we have the bumpers, the fenders, everything but the hatch and the door handles. So one thing that I want to do now is get all of this together. The side skirts, the flares. I'm probably gonna pull two of the wheels off of my Hellcat over there and throw them on this just so I can see what the 11s look like with the flares. And I'm just really happy that she's finally home and I don't have to do really a bunch of body work anymore. I mean, it was a process to get this thing done, and it just, the process and the outcome just goes to show you what hard work does, because this thing is so smooth. I mean, my Hellcat's smooth too, but this is the most recent car I've painted, and I just love looking at fresh paint. and it's just straight out of the gun. It's not even buffed yet. So I might color sand it and buff it. I might not. We'll see what happens, but let's get this thing back together and kind of go from there. I think my door gaps are good. I took these doors off and took them off and put them on enough. I think that the first time around I got everything spot on. So, and as you can see, all that work with the body line, look at that thing, just straight as an arrow. So let's get her back together. So pretty much got the Charger assembled body-wise. I have been contemplating wet sanding this and buffing it, which I'm most likely gonna do. Another thing I noticed when I put the front bumper together was that the headlights, so it seems like the headlights are a little bit off, and I've seen some posts about there being a gap right here. So this gap isn't too bad, but you can still see it. So what I'm gonna end up doing is the core support, you bolt the headlights to it, and it really doesn't have any adjustment to it. What I'm gonna do is cut the holes out so I can fine tune this. I just need to get this light to come out just a hair on this side. But on the driver's side, that gap is hideous. And a lot of people have been complaining about how the Chargers have these gaps. And then you can see on the grill, it's super tight here. And then it is nice and a nice gap right here, nice normal Dodge gap right there. So I need to order these ducts I thought I had, or the trim or whatever you want to call it. I thought I had them, but I guess they weren't on order, as well as the there's like an under splash shield that goes on the bottom of the bumper. Another thing is I need to put the bump stops in the hood, and because it's not even, the gaps, I pretty much have everything lined up. I need to fine tune the door gaps just a little bit. This door needs to come forward just a hair. Yeah, everything else, you know, it lines up really nice. I need to figure out what's going on back here because those clips don't want to clip in for the new, I got all brand new stuff back there. And then I need to put, I thought this got thrown away, but I need to put this in the back bumper. That is the bumper support. I put the speaker covers or the speakers back in. Chris was kind of mad at me because I didn't paint them. They're just kind of rusty, but they get covered up with trim. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna paint them or not. I called the glass guy. He hasn't called me back, so hopefully we get a windshield in the next video and the quarter glasses in the next video. And then I just need to fine tune some of these gaps and everything. So most likely I'm gonna start making the rear subframe is coming up. I also put the SXT door panels in here just so they weren't laying around anymore, and it looks a little bit better. I also stuck a flare up. That looks really, really good with a flare. I mean, this whole thing looks super good. A lot of people were wondering if the roof was still carbon fiber, and as you can see, it is still carbon blue Kevlar. So it wasn't painted over. I just cleared it. It's just really, really nice. I'm glad this thing is finally coming together like this. It's been a long road, but yeah, it's just so much more work ahead of us, but it's gonna move a little bit faster now that it's just gonna be fabrication of a subframe, rear subframe, front subframe. Another thing I don't like about these front bumpers, I really do like this front bumper, but the bumper support, you would have thought Dodge would have just made the bumper support angled, so this could be a true full duct. I might end up doing that and 3D scanning this and then just opening this all the way up here, continue that up, and then continue it, get rid of this, push it over, and continue that. So there's a lot more air that can get to the coolers. But yeah, I do really love how this thing has turned out. It just looks so good. I know that a lot of people are very pumped about this project as well. I can't wait to see it lower. A lot of people were wondering if this was the stance as well. There is no drivetrain in it, there's no weight. So these are SXT springs, but with the V8 and the trackhawk transmission, it will squat those springs all the way down to probably, you know, 1 inch to ½ inch of wheel gap. Plus these, I'm still gonna run 20s, but these are the Scat Pack wheels. So I'm gonna run 20 by 12s all the way around. Those are 20 by 11s on my Hellcat wide body Challenger. So it'll be something similar to that, but I'm gonna have trackhawk lug pattern. That's why I haven't thrown a similar set of those on this. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, stuff's gonna be happening quick. This car, hopefully, you know, we can get this thing running and driving in the next few months, which will be really, really nice. I'll be really excited to finally be able to drive this instead of working on it. Also, a bunch of people were commenting about the paint not gonna match. Wow, it all matches. So, you know, when you paint cars, you're always gonna have to paint them in pieces. As long as you spray out the same gallon and spray the same way each time, you don't have any issues. So until next time, Hopefully you guys like these charger videos. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share with your friends. Thumbs up. Comment below. As always, see you guys next time.